Traffic police want to test the sensitivity of the latest speed camera. Suddenly there was a roar on the road. The next second the tester immediately by the cab scared to explode. Soon the cab was on the highway. The driver did not notice that there are traffic police are checking speeding. In the 2 traffic police rest time, the cab disappeared instantly like lightning. This traffic police officer hurriedly patted the speed camera. The speed of 360 miles per hour makes 2 traffic police officers feel incredible. This is not a cab but a land plane. Even a row of motorcycles on the roadside were low-flying waves of air blowing to the ground. And all because there was a pregnant woman in the back of the cab waiting to give birth, in order to get to the hospital as soon as possible. I didn't expect George to drive the cab directly into the rally. The driver who was about to win the championship at that moment. He directly ignored George's overtaking lights, but the car has been closely followed by the cab, so the racer suddenly thought of a way. He drove the car directly into the inner bay. He didn't give George a chance to overtake him, but he didn't know it was the strongest cab on the planet. Right around the next corner, George drifted straight into the inside line, and he made the pass. George not only passed the car by 10 kilometers, and even won a racing championship on the way. Then George accelerated again and stopped the car in front of the hospital. By now the pregnant woman was already screaming in the car in pain. The doctor checked and found that the baby was about to come out. The doctor decided to deliver the baby in the car, but George didn't want to, because he promised his girlfriend that he would visit her family today. The appointed time was already here. If he was late again, he would lose his lifelong happiness. Just then his girlfriend's phone call came. George did everything he could to explain the situation, but she only gave George 10 minutes to get to her house. Fortunately, the baby was born. The pregnant woman's husband ran over to thank George. Luckily George arrived at his girlfriend's house at the appointed time, although he was meeting his girlfriend's father a general for the first time. But George did not panic at all, because he is very good at making people happy. The girlfriend's father was very satisfied after hearing this. Then after they had a few drinks, the girlfriend's father began to show George his glorious story. But just as he was getting to the good part, the phone rang. He had forgotten that he had to receive foreign guests today, so he immediately called his driver and set off. But suddenly there was an accident. The foreign guest was 15 minutes away from landing. George realized that this is a God-given opportunity. He immediately said to his girlfriend's father that I will see you off. Then he controlled the instrument began to transform.